What is this game you people think you can play?
This that just reminded me of like a loopy person. Do you remember that picture I texted you of that guy? Fishtank is going right now, and they have like a mansion this time. Do you see that black guy that they brought on? He's like a bisexual porn actor, kind of like bisexual. That covers both of them. He's like a bull. He says like he has this whole little descriptor of himself that he does all these things, and he's also like because Sam's fans pretty quickly like discover these people and all their information, and they like early on day 0, this guy goes into the bedroom and like jacks off under the covers. He's been in the house for 2 hours and he's jacking off.
Don't act like it's weird.
So far, it's and so the cover story, on Burt on Team Burt, and honestly, of everyone watching it, everybody loves Burt. They think he's hysterical, and so this guy, it comes out that he has paranoid schizophrenia.
Oh fuck!
And so he's like walking around on camera, doesn't know he's being filmed like in all these places, and he's like talking to himself for huge amounts of time. There's one like little twinky white guy in the house that he like is like sidling up to and like groping a little bit, getting this guy. I think it's day 4 or 5. I saw like because they have a hashtag for it on Twitter. Someone's keeping track. This guy has jacked off 9 times.
Holy shit.
In how many days?
I think it's 5 days in a house full of other people that you don't know. And he just goes and he lays on his back under the covers and you just see his hand playing with his penis and he's jacking off. And then he's getting up, not washing his hands and like shaking people's hands downstairs. And it's so gross.
Dude, we have found Lock and Load's first sponsored athlete.
Oh, we need to sponsor old Burt, and he's a big supplement guy.
Pull the trigger on that, somebody.
Let's get some Lock and Load to Burt. Yeah, if we can, I need to find out what the address to the house is, and I can have Derek send it over.
Burt's eyes only.
Burt's eyes only. Give him like I guess
put some porn
2 bottles. Give him a 6-week supply. But the cover story is this time. They found people that largely have no idea what's going on. Like they're not Fishtank fans. And so they think that they are on a show being recorded for Hulu.
Oh, fucking no, they don't.
Yes, they do. And can you bring up a picture of how Sam is dressed for this, Zach?
Wait. You're telling me that all the contestants believe that they're on a legitimate reality show?
They think they're on a legitimate reality show called Famous House, where the winner of it is going to be Jeremy Gold's protege.
Oh, wait, 2 bottles would be 2 months, not 6 weeks.
Yeah. So So we need. I'll give him enough for the 6 weeks.
And this is the aforementioned.
This is one of the ways that Jeremy Gold is dressing up, and he's like, I watched a clip. Like I'm mostly getting it through clips, but I actually had it live like 3 nights ago.
Those of you who are audio only, he has just a ridiculous outfit on. He has silly hats, just a whole wardrobe. Here he's wearing like a motorcycle jacket with a fedora. Here's a different fedora, but he's got like rainbow glasses and a vest and like a car. What do you call it? An ascot? Is that an ascot? What is that little scarf he's got?
Ascot, something like that. But he's like, they don't have text to speech on, none of that, because they want to lull them into thinking this is a real show that's like going to be edited and everything. And
oh my God, these look like real people.
Yeah, they think they're in something called Famous House. The guy I'm talking about is bottom middle. Shout out Burt. Burt rules. He's so funny. He's talking to himself nonstop. And one of the, like, Sam made them sit down and do like 50 different versions of. So Sam came in, he's like, all right guys, we're doing the pumpkin carve off here for a chance to win a TCL 65-inch TV. And the whole chat is like, holy shit, that's the $190 TV from Walmart, like the worst quality flat screen you can have. And so he comes in, he's like, this is brought to you by TCL. And then he like struggles to memorize every cell point there, and he like he makes them sit and watch him and respond. And they have to sit there and they have to be impressed and clap. He's getting frustrated at himself because he can't remember all the specs for the TV, and he's like breaking quote unquote character. People are getting kind of nervous around him. They have one guy in there who clearly doesn't have any idea if he's even a show he's on, because he hasn't spoken. He's just eaten and sat on the couch for days at a time now. But these people are by far the most normal
that guy was just hungry
that they've ever tricked onto the show. and that's
I really like this.
funny to me.
By the way, dude, that's they had that sunken living room thing like we were talking about the other day.
It's a huge house this time.
That's fucking cool. My idea for him was to go in the opposite direction, to go more deranged. I really like.
They have to slow roll it because otherwise they're going to scare these people too much off the start.
Well, yeah. His idea is genius because it first of all, it's like the first step toward actually making a legitimate reality show. Like he's doing it kind of. But then like having normal people, you're going to get some better reactions than having fans there. But I always imagined making it more of a competition. And I just think single wide trailers are really cheap. And if you had like 12 single wide trailers in a field somewhere, but they were connected like some weird fucking maze, like they were connected at weird angles and like not end to end to end, maybe some of them end to end to make long hallways, but make some weird, wacky fucking journey they had to go through. To me, that just keeps coming back to me in my head. It's like so much fun to watch. Like that's almost like you ever see Cube, the movie where the people are trapped
all the cubes? Yeah, that's I've literally seen through like they've learned not to go too hard because they went hard in the paint right away with people in season 1, and people were like freaking out and being like, I can't be in here. Like racial slurs are being screamed at me. People are like trying to dox me and find my family. And so like now every season they've been more like, we're going to keep it calm for a while, make these people really think that they're a part of the fact these people think they're on Hulu is so fucking funny. And if really
they believe that and they're not
going to open.
Yeah. Like even if they've got 1 or 2 of them fooled, that's a really good gag. I love the reality shows that take it to that next level. And that those have kind of went by the wayside, but the one where they tricked the people into thinking they were going to space that we've talked about before. You remember that, right?
Yeah. That's pretty fun.
It was the British.
No, that was a Howard Stern bit.
No. Okay. So that's when he put a retarded guy in a fake cardboard spaceship. They shook it and told him he was going to space, and he got scared. Okay. He thought he really went to space because he's retarded. But in England, they had a reality show where they told people you were competing for one of like 4 seats to go to the space station because we've got this celebrity owned rocket company that's like, it's all sponsored, and they fly them to a Russian military base that agreed to like let them film there, I guess. And by the end, they put them in a fake launch chamber, and they're in a fake space station where they've told them they have artificial gravity. That's the thing that like, but once they get up there, some of them are like crying. We're really in space. We're really in space. They think they're in space, but they're in a fucking set that looks like a space station. And it's that and the Japanese one. Remember the Japanese one where they locked the guy naked in the house?
No.
Bro, how do you not know this? All right, first of all, there's a movie about it on Netflix. I can't remember the name. I think it's called The Game Show or The Game or something. They put this Japanese guy on a reality show where he's naked in a house, live streams 24 hours a day, more of a room, like an apartment room. And the only way he can get out is when he comes up with $1 million yen worth of like money from mail-in from magazine ads. He has to like cut those things out of the backs of magazines and send them in and get $1 million worth of free products or something. And so he's like locked in there for months and months and months. And then I'm not sure if this is true, but I read that I think at the end, when he thought he'd won, they just kidnapped him and threw him in a new house and made him do like the same thing again or something.
They made him do the same thing.
Like, I think so. It really fucking happened. It's crazy.
That's pretty out there.
You always see those pornos where they're like, you know, they have the Japanese game show where they're fucking the ladies through the holes. I don't think that's real though.
That seems like more of a fun game show.
Oh, y'all probably never seen any debauchery like that. Would be on your feed.
On my feed, no, it's nothing but you know, Japanese sex game shows. That's
do you have a porn account?
Or the last thing on the Fishtank, that the only text to speeches that have come over yet is like production occasionally when Burt is alone in a room, only when he's alone. They are using, and they haven't revealed anything that there is a text to speech option, and they know he's schizophrenic. And they'll say like, "Hi, Burt," like nothing but stuff like that, and he like is turning around like wild-eyed and like looking for things, and then he's going downstairs and like he's not telling anyone that he
That it
heard a
happened.
voice. He's not
That
telling
happened.
anyone because he doesn't want people to think that he's
Hang
crazy.
on now. This is the big scary black guy, the biggest man in the
This is the big
show.
guy. You need, they need Sam to come in and
wait
handle
a
it.
minute. This isn't the paranoid schizophrenic.
This
though.
is the paranoid schizophrenic.
Okay. So it's
Yes.
it's the enormous paranoid schizophrenic that they are teasing by saying his name like a ghost from a hidden speaker.
Yes, and he talks alone to himself all the time, and also to the other members of the house. He wants to be an actor, and he's like, "Yeah, I would love to play like rapists, murderers, but they like don't cast black guys in that right now," and it's like really aggravating. And it's like, stop! You just met these people. Don't say
Dude,
this. Over and over.
what would you want to subliminate? What would you?
And then
want
this
to be
little
like?
white Twinkie guy, like he pushed like Burt pushed his like twin size mattress up to this other guy's, and is like getting real close to this guy, spooning him. He there's a clip of him, like the little Twinkie white guy was standing up, and Burt's hand kind of followed the ass, getting a little grab there. This guy's horny as hell, and he just injected himself with something, and so like, he's on some kind of steroid.
Wait a minute. Where did he put it? His butt?
His thigh.
Okay.
What does that tell you?
Nothing. I mean, nothing. I'm just curious, I guess.
He's a very fit guy.
I mean, you can put steroids anywhere, like anywhere where there's a big muscle.
Yeah.
So like,
I'm gonna be.
I've put them in my thigh before. That's what the doctor tells you to do if you don't have like a Merrick Health type doctor. Like I know the first doctor. I know Wings. I think puts it in his thigh. I think he said that, but that may just be the leanest part of him.
Yeah.
I bet he's got a big old booty back there. You need a needle.
Do they get heavy?
No. I don't know if he can reach. Can he reach around though and inject his deltoid? I bet it's easy for him to inject his thigh.
He needs to take a semi-glutide. I think it would change his life.
Why doesn't he? It's crazy that someone that clearly has like a medically morbidly obese type thing going on. Like, why wouldn't you take that? And is it injection? What is it?
Yeah, it's like weekly injection.
It's an injection, yeah.
Yeah, big getting into that, man.
On that,
he can't pay for it, dude. Come on,
go to China.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can get some online. I bet you can get some bootleg Ozempic.